Hi besties, welcome to Book Size Matters,
where reading is optional,
judging is mandatory,
and every romance gets the full group chat treatment.
You already know.
Welcome to our next episode of Book Size Matters, and we're already more than halfway through February.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. This is the third
number
episode
3, yep.
Of February.
Mm-hmm. Episode number 3 of February.
Of Love Month.
How fast has this gone?
Super fast. Like, I can't even believe it's already... First, girl, don't even tell me. Like, it's already 2026. Like, but next thing you know, we're going to be like in episode 500 of this. Like, this is how fast everything's moving.
And you know what's even crazier? Our TBR list is even longer.
Yep, unfortunately. Like, we are not getting through that.
It's like
ever.
Episode 535, and it's like, girl, we still haven't even peaked.
We still have 1,000 books left, so yeah. Unfortunately, it's a problem.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's jump into our love notes. All right, besties, quick love note before we spiral. If you're new here, we do full spoilers, not oops, we hinted at it, not light recap. We relive the entire book like it's a voice memo you weren't supposed to hear. Every twist, every red flag, every unhinged decision. If you haven't read it and you care about that, pause now. If you have read it, welcome, you're in the right place. And because we believe in responsible chaos, check the trigger warnings. Dark doesn't mean careless. Protect your heart, protect your peace, and read accordingly. Now, housekeeping before we dive in. Our March reading list is officially up. We'll be reviewing Lights Out by Nevessa Allen and Alchemized by Senlin Yu. I hope I said that right.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm a little scared. Because Alchemized is long as hell.
It's a thick book.
Yeah, that's a thick queen.
Yes. It's like the whole Bible.
Yeah. Dude, it's long. I was looking at it and I'm like, God damn. It was, dude, when I got it delivered, it came in its own box because the other two books came like separate.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, it was like a brick. But... so if you want to read ahead and join the debrief properly, now's your chance. Okay, deep breath. We're not summarizing, we're processing. Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, besties, it's time for the dating profile.
I'm excited.
Where we swipe right on the book stats before we swipe left on its red flags.
That's so cute.
Okay. The title of the book that we're reviewing today is My Funny Demon Valentine by Aurora Ascher. Mm-hmm. Now, pause. Before I tell you anything real about this book, it's time for judging a book by its cover. Zero context, just vibes. Edith, judge.
Where's the book? Right there. Huh. Okay.
And don't remember, because I have told you a little bit about the book, so just...
Honestly, I don't even remember.
Okay, zero context.
I was like, I don't even remember when you told me about this book, but okay. This kind of gives me like our last book that we read, like what is it called? Petty Cupid, but like make it more darker.
Okay.
This is what it's giving because I like the little cupids with the little, and then the little devil thing.
Okay.
I don't know. It's giving that. It's giving definitely paranormal.
Okay.
It's giving cute Valentine's read, but like it I feel like it's gonna be definitely a little bit more on the dark rom-com. Like okay. Dark. It's not giving super serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said it's not giving super serious.
And I actually really like the cover. The cover is really, really cute. It's hot pink and black. And I think it's a cool color combo.
Do you have any unhinged predictions?
The demon is gonna be unhinged. Here we go. The demon's probably gonna have is gonna be very how can I say this? Not what you expect from a normal human.
Okay.
That's my unhinged opinion. Like, I feel like he might have like a huge, pardon my language, a huge, very, very big horse-like dick, or like 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
That's my unhinged opinion.
Okay, is this immediate TBR list or immediate jail?
You know what? I think I'll put it in my, just by the how it looks. It's really pretty. I think I'll probably put it on my TBR.
TBR? Okay.
Just not reading the description or anything, just by the cover.
Okay, we'll revisit that. Okay, so now let's jump into the stats. Okay, this has 29 chapters. It is approximately 339-ish pages, depending on if you read on like Kindle or like the actual book and stuff.
Yeah.
It's different. This is part of an interconnected, so this is an interconnected standalone, and it's part of the Hellbent series. I believe there's 5 books. I might be wrong, but I believe there's 5 books in this series.
And is it all demons? Like,
I don't know. I actually didn't look into it. I so out of character, but I feel like normally I look into it. But I do think that the other ones are based, because if I'm right, it's based off of the other demons that are in the book.
oh, okay.
I kind of think, because like Homegirl don't. Okay, I'll get into it after.
Okay.
I think it's based on the other demons. Okay, but no sé. So this has multiple perspectives, and when I say multiple, I literally mean multiple. Okay, it's not like dual. It's multiple perspectives in third person.
Oh no, Angel, are you okay?
I was not okay.
For anybody who's new here, Angel does not like third person point of view.
It has to be done right.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was, multiple perspectives from third person. Okay. The love interest here are a male demon named Ash.
Okay.
And a human female named Eva. Okay. Is there happily ever after? Yes. So it's a happily ever after.
Perfect.
I know you like those.
I love them.
Okay. Some of the tropes and like themes and key elements of this book are, it's a paranormal rom-com.
Got it.
It's a paranormal romance between a demon and a human, chosen family, family secrets, banter, curses, insta-lust, fish out of water energy, touch her and die, and age gap. The age gap is age gapping.
Like a lot of age gapping?
Like paranormal age gap, okay?
Oh, okay. Kind of like Petty Cupid, where the Reaper was like 1,000 years old and she was, like, I don't know how old.
Ash is like over 3,000 years old.
Okay.
And she's 26.
Okay, I mean, what you gonna do about
that?
Okay.
So, ginormous age gap. Okay. Some of the trigger warnings are obviously explicit scenes and sexual content, violence, blood, gore, profanity, and I added in lying and manipulation with secrets.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Spicy chapters. This book had a total of 5 spicy chapters.
Okay.
And those chapters are 6, 8, 10, 13, and 28.
Okay.
Okay. So let's jump into Between the Covers.
I'm excited.
Ready?
Let's go.
Okay. The curse didn't make Ash ugly. That would have been easier. It would have been something tangible. A scar, horns curling too far inward, skin the wrong shade of infernal red. Something he could point to and say, that's why. Instead, the curse made him irrelevant. Once he had been Asmodeus, a lust demon whose very presence...
Red flag.
Very presence softened knees and unraveled resolve. Desire followed him like smoke. Mortals burned for him. Angels glared at him. Even other demons stepped carefully around the gravitational pull of his charm. Now, anyone who would have found him irresistible looked through him like he was a coat rack in a dim hallway. No hunger, no lingering stares, no quickened pulse, just nothing. The curse stripped more than attraction. It drained color from the world. Reds dulled to rust. Blues collapsed into gray. Food tasted like paper. Perfume smelled like air. Skin like dust. Touch carried no spark. Even pleasure had abandoned him.
Oh my gosh.
He could see, he could hear, and hearing had become everything. It was the only sense the curse hadn't flattened, which was why when he and his brothers clawed their way out of hell and into the neon chaos of Earth, he chose the loudest place possible to celebrate, a club. If he couldn't feel, he could at least listen. The bass hit first. It wasn't pleasant, it never was, but it was there, solid, real, vibrating through the floorboards and into his bones in a way that almost mimicked sensation. The lights stuttered in violent bursts of pink and violet, bodies pressed together in dark sweat, heat, alcohol, laughter. His brothers reveled in it, in the freedom, in the sheer absurdity of existing among humans without chains or contracts binding them to infernal politics. Ash leaned against the bar, half invisible, in the flashing lights, nursing a drink he couldn't taste. The curse made sure he couldn't even enjoy a vice properly. He watched the crowd with detached amusement, mortals grinding against each other like they were inventing sin for the first time. A few would have once sensed him instantly, felt the magnetic pull of what he was. Now they brushed past him without even apologizing. He had grown used to it, or at least he told himself he had. And then she stepped onto the stage. He didn't know her name yet, but something in him, something ancient and predatory, lifted its head. She wasn't dressed like other DJs he'd seen crawling onto Earth. No glittering bodysuit, no exaggerated confidence manufactured for the crowd. She wore black, sleek, understated, with a violin tucked under her chin like it belonged there.
Okay.
The club lights caught the curve. Girl, when she took a fucking violin to the club, I was like, what the in the world?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what club this is. Like, okay. He's an observant king.
Yeah. The club lights caught the curve of polished wood, bow poised. Ash straightened without meaning to. The first note sliced through the room. The sound cut cleanly through bass and chatter, weaving into the electronic pulse already simmering beneath the crowd's impatience. Classical lines tangled with contemporary beats in a way that should have clashed, but it didn't. It felt deliberate, intelligent, controlled chaos. The club dissolved for a few suspended seconds. There was no crowd, no flashing lights, no brothers elbowing each other. There was just the sound and her. He found himself leaning forward, an instinct so old it startled him. He tried not to stare, but failed. When the set ended, she walked straight toward him, not past him, not around him, toward him. Ash felt it before he believed it. Her gaze didn't slide off him. It didn't blur at the edges. It didn't hesitate like she was trying to focus on something that refused to fully exist. She looked directly at him, at his face, at his eyes, at him. For one impossible vertigo-inducing moment, he wondered if she was aiming for someone behind him. He stepped slightly to the side, and she adjusted her path. Still looking at him, Eva stopped in front of him. She smiled, and it wasn't the glazed, distant smile of someone responding to a blank wall. It was intentional, curious, focused. She introduced herself like this was the most normal interaction in the world, like she hadn't just shattered the rules of his curse by acknowledging him, and she thanked him for watching her set. She said she'd noticed. Ash's mind struggled to keep pace. She'd noticed him. He forced himself to respond, to use the shortened version of his name like he'd practiced. Ash, simple and safe. When she raised an eyebrow at the full name he'd accidentally given first, Asmodeus. Something flickered across her expression, recognition, humor, or intrigue. She mentioned the way he had been listening.
Asmodeus.
It's a demon name. So that's why she was kind of like,
Well, that's another red flag.
Actually listening instead of drowning in the alcohol or distraction like everyone else. Most people in the club were lost in their own noise. He had been still, intent, and he wanted to tell her that he had nothing left but his ears. Instead, he made some comment about not having heard anything like that in a couple hundred years, which unfortunately was true. She blinked, not in confusion and calculation. He realized too late that humans did not casually reference centuries.
That should have been a red flag right there.
Where are we at right now? I hope you're keeping track of
Yes, I'm at 3 counted red flags right now, girl. Girl.
She tilted her head, studying him with an expression that was far too perceptive. He had forgotten what it felt like to be seen, and she also hadn't failed to notice how attractive he was. He caught the flicker, the quick involuntary pause in her gaze, before she forced herself to refocus on his face. That was new too. The curse was supposed to strip him of that effect entirely, and yet she was immune. As they spoke, she seemed amused by his odd phrasing, the way he referred to people as humans instead of people, the way he described time like it was flexible. Instead of recoiling, she leaned in, like weird was interesting.
That's enough, girl. Red flag. Red flag.
At some point, the club shifted from chaotic celebration to background noise. The crowd thinned, or maybe Ash just stopped noticing them. They talked, not the service-level club talk, not the hollow flirtation that evaporates with daylight. Music. Every inflection of her voice registered like a physical sensation. The curse might have stolen taste and touch and color, but it couldn't steal the way her excitement vibrated when she described sound designed. He found himself leaning closer without realizing, and she didn't move away. If anything, she leaned into it. It startled her a little, the absence of women circling him. Eva wasn't oblivious. She had seen men who looked like him before, men who carried the kind of presence. Usually, they were drowning in attention, but no one was throwing themselves at him. No one was even looking twice, which was absurd. She didn't question her luck, though. She took advantage of it.
Girl, no. Red flag.
The drinks helped, not enough to make her sloppy, but just enough to lower the guard she pretended not to have. Her laugh came easier, her shoulders relaxed, her gaze lingered longer than she normally allowed it to. She talked about a jazz club a few blocks away. She said the acoustics were criminally underrated, said that she could tell he'd appreciate it because he actually listened instead of just existing near sound. She told him with the boldness only mild intoxication grants that he was incredibly hot. That she couldn't believe he had been standing there all night without someone claiming him. And then she suggested he kiss her. Not coy, not subtle, just honest. Ash didn't hesitate. The first contact was electric. For Eva, it was easily the best kiss of her life. The world narrowed to breath and pressure and the subtle shift of balance between them. And then, gunshot cracked through the air. The sound tore through the club like a blade. Screams followed half a second later. The music stuttered and died. Bodies scattered in chaotic waves, overturning tables and spilling drinks in the rush to escape. Ash didn't think. He moved. He pulled Eva down before the second shot fired, shielding her with his body. As glass shattered somewhere behind them, the curse might have dulled sensation, but instinct remained razor sharp. One of his brothers burst through the chaos, eyes blazing with urgency. He didn't need to shout for Ash to understand it. It, the one that hunted, it had found them. Ash grabbed Eva's hand and pulled her toward the back exit. Ash shoved Eva toward cover just as something slammed into his shoulder. The impact knocked him sideways. He pulled himself up like he tripped over uneven pavement instead of taking a bullet to the shoulder. He doesn't even look at the wound. He looks at her. That calm, steady look that makes no sense in the middle of gunfire. Ash gets her to the side exit. Stay here. And then he turns and runs back inside. Back toward the gunfire. And Eva, who absolutely should stay where she is, does not.
Oh, this girl.
Because she just watched a man get shot and stand back up like gravity asked politely. The club is chaos now. Overturned tables, bodies scrambling, emergency lights flashing red against black walls. Smoke rolls to the ceiling like it's alive. She crawls along the floor, heart pounding so loud it feels like it's announcing her location. And then she sees it. At first, she thinks the lights are distorting her vision. A trick of shadow. Ash is in the center of the club, only he isn't. He's taller, towering, 7 foot at least, broad and monstrous and impossible. His skin is no longer pale. It's red, deep molten red like embers under ash. 2 curved horns toward his head. Massive bat-like wings unfurl from his back.
fucking red flag. If she doesn't run now, like, what the?
And he is
crazy.
And he is fighting something that looked like it clawed its way out of a cathedral nightmare.
Oh my God.
Stone skin, jagged wings, cracked marble fangs, a gargoyle. Eva's mind politely detaches from reality. The fight is brutal and fast. A flash of red and stone and shattering impact, and then silence. Eva cannot reconcile what she saw. For the next few days, she moves through her life like someone walking through fog. There's a constant replay happening in the back of her mind. Red skin, horns, wings. There is no logical explanation. Meanwhile, Ash and his brothers are not sitting still. Over the next week, they encounter 2 more gargoyles. It becomes clear the club wasn't random. They were being hunted, punished for escaping. The attacks forced them to move fast and stay alert until they finally find a rundown apartment to hide in. It's nothing glamorous, but it's protected. They put up wards so they can't be tracked. Only once things settle does Ash allow himself to think about Eva. He replays that night differently than she does. She approached him. She saw him. He goes back through his memory for her phone number and calls her.
Oh my God.
I want to have that kind of memory.
Exactly.
Can I go through my mind and be like, okay, there it is.
What? How many days after?
It's been like a week. Yeah.
I would have already forgotten about you. Red flag.
And she was upset because it was like over a week.
Yeah.
Okay. He checks on her like nothing supernatural happened. Like they didn't run from something carved out of stone.
What the?
And then he brings up the jazz club. He still wants to see her. Eva almost laughs at how surreal it is. A week ago, she watched him transform into something not human, and now he's asking her out like they just got interrupted by a bad DJ set. She notices again how oddly he speaks, the old-fashioned phrasing, the way he refers to people as humans without thinking about it. She didn't imagine that part, but she agrees to see him because she needs proof. Either she hallucinated the entire thing, or she didn't. They meet at the jazz club like it's almost normal. Almost. The lighting is low and warm, the kind that forgives bad decisions. There's live music already playing when they walk in. They order drinks and Eva does not ease into it. She pins him with questions. Where are you from? How long have you been here? She doesn't say, are you a 7-foot red demon with wings? But it's hovering between them like a third presence at the table. Ash has to tread carefully. He answers, but selectively. He adjusts his phrasing when he catches himself, and he avoids timelines. He dodges specifics about his family, and he says enough to sound human without saying enough to be trapped.
Bro, if that's not a fucking red flag, he's dodging questions like in a way that he could. He's literally manipulating his answers. Oh no. No, red flag.
She watches him the whole time, testing, and he doesn't flinch. Then it's her turn on stage. This time, it's a flute instead of a violin. Oh. And when she steps into the spotlight, the room shifts. The noise fades, conversations quiet, and she becomes the center of gravity. And she is brilliant. Her playing is controlled but emotional, technical but alive. It wraps around him, pulls something loose in his chest, and he didn't realize was still there. She finishes her set, and instead of returning to the bar, she looks directly at him, and then she does something reckless. She invites him up. There's a piano on stage, and she insists that he play. Ash hesitates, but only for a second. He hasn't touched a piano in years, and somehow they fall into a perfect harmony. They forget about the room. They forget about the bar. For a few minutes, it's just them. The music crescendos, and for the first time, and longer than he can remember, Ash laughs. Not polite amusement, not an actual laugh. The song ends in perfect unison, and when the last note hangs in the air, there's a split second of silence before the crowd erupts. Cheers, applause, they both blink like they just woke up because they forgot they were being watched. The air between them is charged now, not subtle and not cautious. There's heat in the way they're standing too close, in the way neither of them looks away first. They leave the bar because staying feels impossible. The morning after is quiet. Eva wakes up slowly. For a moment, she forgets everything. And then she turns her head. Ash is asleep beside her.
Oh my gosh.
He looks peaceful, almost soft. No horns, no wings, no red skin, just a man, and a very beautiful man. And she can't not believe that she slept with him. Not because she regrets it, but because it was good. Intense, almost overwhelming in a way. It felt like someone they'd both been holding back for too long. She slides out of bed quietly. If he's a demon, there should be evidence. Something. She goes through his wallet first. She checks his phone, his recent calls, text, nothing labeled held quarters, no suspicious demonic apps, no glowing symbols, nothing. She stands there holding his phone, staring at him. He looks so human, so ordinary. Maybe she did hallucinate it. Once they get past the awkwardness of the morning after, things settle into something unexpectedly easy. They bond over music first. They laugh more than either of them expected to. And yes, they fall back into bed. Demons aren't wired for emotion the way humans are. They don't get attached. They don't spiral over meaning. But Ash wants her again. He goes back to his brothers, even though every step away from her feels heavier than it should. Not long after, another gargoyle finds them, which means the hunter is close. Belle, the eldest, is pragmatic. Montreal isn't safe anymore. They should move, start over somewhere new, but Ash doesn't agree. He's just found something that makes his exile feel less like punishment. He doesn't want to leave, but Belle reminds him they need protection. They need a Nephilim. Nephilim blood can be used for wards powerful enough to mask them from other beings. Ash barely hears him. He's thinking about Eva. So he calls her. This time, she doesn't pretend. She admits it. She tells him that she thought she hallucinated something insane. Red skin, horned wings. She saw his brother kill a gargoyle. Ash sits up straight. Glamour should have blocked that. Humans aren't supposed to see clearly. At best, they are supposed to see shadows or distortions. But she saw everything. He pushes for details carefully, but she saw it all. All of it, which means that she may have the sight. He asks if she's a descendant from a witch, and she laughs it off, but admits that she doesn't know much about her father's family. There's nothing documented, no extended relatives. Meanwhile, Eva tells her mom what she saw, Jackie. Jackie listens. She doesn't laugh. She doesn't dismiss her. She gets quiet. But later, she asks her husband Dan if he recognizes the names Asmodeus and his brothers. Dan reacts, just a flicker. Before smoothing it over, he says that they're demons. Ash is basically the prince of hell.
Oh my God, red fucking flag.
His brothers are notorious. Jackie acts like she read the names somewhere random, but Dan knows that she didn't. He knows those names all too well. And for the next week, he begins using tracking sigils, quiet, carefully, because he's been lying to for 27 years. When Jackie finally admits that Eva is dating Ash, Dan loses it. His daughter cannot be involved with him. He calls Eva repeatedly, warning her. He tells her Ash is dangerous and that she needs to stay away. Eva doesn't understand his intensity. Ash is different. Whatever he is, she's never felt this connection before.
Oh God, girl.
She hangs up, frustrated, and then she feels it, a chill. The kind that doesn't come from the temperature. Something is behind her, and she turns and sees a tall being with massive wings, yellow eyes, and teeth that looked carved to tear. She screams. Ash bursts in a second later. Missed. The hunter. He tracked Ash's scent to her, and he doesn't understand Ash's attachment to her, but he doesn't care. He's there to drag Ash back to hell. Ash shifts into his demon form in front of her. No hallucination. Red skin, horns, wings. It's all real. They fight through her apartment, destroying furniture, cracking walls. Mist is powerful, but Ash manages to wound him badly enough that he retreats. Not defeated, just delayed. Ash shifts back to human. Eva is shaking. He tells her that it isn't safe. Mist will come back, and they need to leave. She hesitates. Demons lie. Demons manipulate. What if he's lying now? But it's Ash or Mist. So she packs, because somehow leaving with the literal demon feels safer than staying. The car ride is long. and Eva has questions. Ash explains, Mist is hunting him because he went rogue. He and his brothers no longer belong in hell. Demons don't have souls, but Ash believes that they can evolve. Music makes him feel something, like the curse loosens its grip. He was cursed thousands of years ago after slaughtering a village. The archangel Raphael bound him and stripped him of his senses.
Well, he slaughtered a whole village.
He still doesn't understand why Eva saw through it. He believes that she has the sight. They reach his apartment. His brothers are arguing strategy when they notice that Ash is injured. He downplays it, but then he collapses. Demons heal, but slowly without human blood. Eva doesn't hesitate, and she offers her blood so that he can heal faster.
Oh my gosh.
The next morning, Eva's phone is flooded with missed calls from her dad. Her mom calls. Jackie admits that she found a grimoire in Dan's office with Ash's name in it. Eva tells her everything. Belle decides that they need to go to Eva's parents' house. They'll travel through a hellgate, and she learns that she has to drink blood to pass through a hellgate, which is not ideal, but she does it.
What the fuck?
Ash and Eva finally talk alone, and he tries to explain what he feels. Demons don't have emotions the way humans do, but he feels something. She's already wondering how a relationship like this could even work. Could he ever even love her? She asks to see his true form again, and he shifts. He's still Ash, red skin or not. She realizes that she's in love with him. Dan arrives at her apartment and encounters Mist, and uses a special sword that prevents Mist from disappearing. But just then, Jackie calls him and reveals that Eva is already home. She traveled through a hellgate, and that's when Dan's world cracks and he rushes home. Meanwhile, Eva and Ash argue about their future. She wants more than sex. She wants love. The word visibly unsettles him, and he insists that emotions are human. She reminds him that she is human. If he wants to stay with her, he has to talk about what he feels. And he lists the reasons that he's attached to her. And she realizes that that sounds a lot like love. Then Dan arrives, and he attacks Ash. Light bursts from him, white wings. Her father is a Grigori, a fallen angel who stayed on Earth.
Oh my gosh!
The fight destroys the house. The brothers join in, and one of them is stabbed. Jackie saves him. Dan is staring at his wife, hugging demons. None of this makes sense. Realization settles in for the demons. Eva is a Nephilim. And that's why she has the sight. Dan bound her angelic side when she was a child, and he hid her. He hid her scent from other beings. And the only way to break the bind, if she gives her blood to a demon and he drinks it within 24 hours of her drinking his blood as well. Everyone goes silent, because that is exactly what happened. Her bind is broken, and Dan is furious. He wants her away from Ash. Eva refuses because she loves him, and Ash vows to protect her. Dan doesn't trust him or his brothers, but he sees that he's losing his daughter either way. When they return back to her apartment, Mist is living there. He cleaned up.
What the hell?
He cleaned up, fixed the window, and he immediately recognizes Eva as a Nephilim. The demons prepare to fight, but Mist asks to negotiate. He won't report them if they let him stay on Earth. Watching Ash and Eva stirred something in him, longing. He too wants a human pet. Eva...
Sorry.
Eva is not thrilled about being referred to as a pet. But they agree to a truce. Ash and his brothers move into her apartment complex to protect her. Ash and Eva move in together, still arguing, still figuring it out, and still in love. The end. Okay. Vibe check. First impression.
So it just ended like that? Like, just like that? Like, oh yeah, well we'll agree, and you stay here, just don't hunt us, and then move in together, and that's it.
Yeah. So Mist actually ends up becoming because like you know how the brothers move into the apartment complex. It was so weird the way that like they kind of decided to move in together because they chose an apartment that has like several different rooms or whatever, but like there were like one room short because Mist decided to roommate like bunk with them, so he's like having his own room now. And what's it called? So then he was kind of like, yeah, there's not enough rooms, like trying to like kind of play it that way.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, well, why would you need a room if you're going to live here? Like she basically just like assumed that they were going to live together.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how that conversation came up. Like them moving in together, basically. It was such a weird happily ever after. I was kind of like not feeling it.
That's
But like, okay, based on everything, like what's the vibe? Like, what are your first impressions?
You're talking about exactly what happened, but I feel like did this whole story take place in just like a very short period of time?
So this actually happened over the span, I think, of like 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes sense because you were talking about the club scene and then the whole thing. Like it was just like it took a lot of your summary. So I was like, wait, did all this happen like basically in just those 3 scenes?
So I was like, I know I kind of I feel like I described at the beginning a little bit more, but that's because you're like, I feel like especially when it's a book that's like paranormal or like fantasy, like you kind of have to build up the world a little bit. So it does, like you have to kind of understand like the, I guess, technicalities of what, you know, like this world is or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so like I feel like I was trying to kind of like set the scene of like this is where it started, and then like kind of like add in like all the different elements, which is like the demons, the gargoyles, and like how they needed a Nephilim because by drinking Nephilim blood, it protects them. It basically makes them invisible to other beings. So that's kind of why I feel like I took a little bit more time with that scene, or like those beginning stages is because of all that. Because then if I would have just jumped into like the different scenes, you would have been like, hold on, what the fuck, you know? So like for the sake of the story, that's why I at least spent a little bit more time. But it did go really fast. Like I think this whole book was like in the span of 3 weeks.
Yeah, it seemed really fast. Yeah. Like I'm just like, wait, is there not stuff in between? Okay, yeah, it seemed really fast. Overall, just like vibe check on just the summary. It seems like on the book. I think it's just one sentence is, where's Valentine's Day? That's my vibe. I'm over here like, okay, funny demon Valentine. And not once was like, okay, well, did this take place on Valentine's Day? Or who's Valentine? Nothing about Valentine. So I'm just like, wait, did we read the same book?
I am
like, or not read the same book, but is this the same book?
I am so glad that you said that because I was catfished.
Okay.
I felt so catfished because nothing about this book was about Valentine's Day. And so I apologize to everybody listening because I really thought like this cover is so fucking deceiving. Like I really thought it was like, oh, and then like when I was reading the summary, I was like, okay, like it doesn't really mention Valentine's Day, but I thought it was going to be something like more in the background, you know, like not part of the main plot. But no, nothing about it was about fucking Valentine's. What I come to find out is that it's actually a play on an old jazz song. It's so the name of this old jazz song is My Funny Valentine, but the title of the book is My Funny Demon Valentine because she like basically, you know how they're both musicians, like Ash and Eva are both musicians. So one of the songs that they like to play together a lot is My Funny Valentine. Like they kind of bonded over that song. Like that became their song, and so that's what it is. And so like the title of the book is just a play on that, like My Funny Demon Valentine, because you know he's a demon. So but I felt so catfished. I was like, what in the fuck, like this is nothing about Valentine's.
I was literally waiting for you to be like, okay, this took place on Valentine's Day or something about that. I was like, maybe it's not till the end, like when they end up together on Valentine's Day or something.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I was like, okay, so where is Valentine?
Exactly. There was no Valentine's.
But yeah, that's probably my I was kept on trying to see.
You were like, when are you gonna get to Valentine's? Like,
yeah.
Like, when does that come into play? It fucking doesn't. It never comes.
Yeah, it was fast and definitely a catfish.
Mm-hmm.
From what it seems, from what you're telling me. Yeah. That's interesting.
Did you have any questions?
Yes, I did actually.
Because I feel like there was a lot of like technical shit that I just didn't have time to get into.
Okay. They crawled out of hell, right? They crawled out of hell. Why did they crawl out of hell?
So they left, and I kind of did briefly mention that, but they left hell because they felt like they no longer belonged there.
Okay.
So they just kind of felt out of place. Like they felt like they're just kind of like, this isn't my vibe no more. Like they didn't really belong there. And so basically there's a point where Ash is telling Eva, like, kind of in that car ride, in the car ride where she's like pinning him with all these questions. She's like, why the fuck did you guys leave hell? And he's kind of like, we didn't feel like we belonged there anymore. And so he's like, demons don't have souls, right? But he's like, I have a theory that he thinks that demons can evolve. And so he thinks that like it's similar to a soul, but like not. Like they're just becoming a little bit more human-like in a way. So like he just kind of feels like have you ever felt like there's just a feeling deep inside of you, like where you just feel like that something is no longer for you.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's kind of the way that he explained it. Is that like he's like, I just don't feel like we belonged in hell anymore.
Yeah.
And they all so him and his brothers, who are not technically his brothers, they're more like a chosen family. So it's like they're 4 different demons that they made a blood pact that they were just going to protect each other, and they just became like brothers, and they decided that like, let's escape hell.
That's their family.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing who cursed them was what? Lucifer? The main?
No, it was Raphael. Remember?
Oh, Raphael.
The archangel.
So,
okay. Basically, that I didn't get into that story, but the whole like he slaughtered a village.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, this is what he says, right? And this is why I feel like Eva didn't feel like she didn't fucking run for the hills with this part, is because basically what happened was he was designed to be a lust demon. So thousands of years ago, right? He was given a mission that he had to go to this village. And in this village, there was just a lot of nasty people, like raping each other, like treating each other like shit. Like, yeah, it was just a bad village, right? But there was this one girl in this village. Her name was like Sarah or something like that. And Sarah was like, I guess like they were looking for her, like, how back in the day they like look for your significant other, like what is that called, like kind of like an arranged marriage situation, like when they try to find your like you have you have suitors, right? And then you get to pick like okay, well, you don't get to pick, your parent
who
picks
offers
for you.
The best cow or the best
So eran esos tiempos, it was those times. And so basically Ash was one of the suitors, and because she was highly valuable in that time because she was like innocent and pure, and like he's like, I don't know why humans are so obsessed with purity. Like he kind of made that like a sly comment, like, why are humans so obsessed with purity, right? He's like, so basically part of his mission was to like tempt her because he's a lust demon, and so like he did so fucking well that he did tempt her, and like she ended up telling all her other suitors like, hey, I'm gonna choose this guy. So she ends up choosing Ash, but he basically like decides to not skip town, but he basically was like, all right, like I came here, I did my job, like bye, peace out, like he fucked and was like, all right, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and so basically all the other suitors got mad. All the other suitors got mad because she chose him. and they were like, what the fuck, like all the shit. So they were gonna try to like, it was like old school like pitchfork like angry villagers, like that's what it fucking came down to, and they were gonna go attack him. And so he was like, oh hell no, like what the fuck, you're gonna attack me, like. And she started telling, because she got mad, Sarah got mad that Ash basically like hit it and quit it. So she fucking started telling people that he was trying to like tempt her and like all this stuff, right? Yeah. And so like, I don't know what happened. I don't recall exactly what happened, but basically he ends up killing the angry villagers and the whole town, like the whole village, because like he kind of went overboard because he got mad that they were, and basically killing humans is like frowned upon, like yeah, so like demons are not supposed to kill humans. It's like part of their laws. And so she started, like, she ended up finding like another guy or whatever, but like basically she went around saying that like, oh, he tried to tempt her and like this and that, and like kind of like throwing it on him because she obviously lost her purity or whatever, and she didn't want to like look bad, so she's kind of started speaking ill on his name. And but anyways, like because of the whole village incident, Raphael, the archangel, came down and he was like, you created, like, you broke, like, not just like killed one human, but you killed a whole fucking village. And like, you're not supposed to do that. It's against the laws of the supernatural world. And so he basically, that's when the curse began. He cursed him. He binded his lust. So like, as a lust demon, like, could you imagine, like, basically you're being like deprived of lust,
like useless,
like that's what he was designed for. And because the way that demons, they're not born, they're created. There's only certain like female demons that can create another demon. I don't know, like they didn't really get into the technical stuff, but like he was created to be a lust demon. Like that was it. He was literally like, doing his job. Purpose. It was his job, but like he kind of lost control, and like when they attacked him, and he kind of killed all of them. But that's why Raphael cursed him. So the other brothers weren't cursed. It was only just him. It was just him.
Okay. That was another one of my questions, to see if the other ones were cursed as well. Okay, so a lot of the questions I had, you kind of eventually like answered them. Like, for example, the fact that she was immune. Obviously, we know now that she's immune because she was a what is
it
Nephilim. Nephilim, and that's part angel, part
yes. So basically, because her dad was a Grigori. A Grigori is, okay, so like years ago, like thousands of years ago, basically there was like basically, you know, they had angels, right? And these angels were sent to heaven to go like protect humans and stuff like that. Well, some of these angels got a little too involved with humans and they went a little rogue. And so now they're considered fallen angels because they went rogue and they started having relations with humans, which was against the rules. They're not supposed to do that. So basically they broke the rules. And so now they're considered, like, they got kicked out of heaven basically. And so they decided to live on earth. And that's kind of how they got the name. That I don't really understand what a Grigori means, but that's what they call these fallen angels. And so like, they lived on earth, you know, like not living as humans, but I think they were still trying to protect humans, but like, you know, they were still fucking around with humans. And so basically her dad met Eva's mom, and obviously they like hit it off, and they were married for like 27 years or something like that. And because they had Eva, she is now considered half angel, half human, which is that's a Nephilim. And Nephilims are highly hunted. Like if anybody finds because they were banned. So like Nephilims are against the, like, they're not, like, Nephilims are not supposed to exist. You can get in big trouble
for hunted by everyone, like up above, down below type thing.
Basically. And especially demons though, because, you know, like demons are crazy, and so like demons discovered that by drinking Nephilim blood, it makes them invisible to other beings. So like normally you can track and hunt a demon because of their scent and stuff like that. And but when they drink the Nephilim blood, it like basically blocks all that and it makes them invisible. But Nephilim are highly hunted and they can like be found like that because of their magic. Like they're powerful beings too. And so that's when her dad created a binding spell when she was 3 years. Like it took him 3 years to create this binding spell and binded her, like the angel side of her, like her angelic side. So she was going to live and grow as a human, like not ever knowing that she was an angel because angels don't age. So like, what's it called? Angels don't age. So she would have never aged either. So, I think she would have aged up until a point. Yeah. But like because he like binded that, she just like aged like a human.
When Mist went to her apartment like the first time when she fell,
yeah.
Well, he went with the intention to kill her, right? Is that what it was? Or
no, because he's not allowed to kill humans.
Oh, okay.
And everybody thought
he didn't know at that point that she was a Nephilim.
No, because remember she was binded at that point. So the only reason why he showed up to her apartment was because he couldn't find Ash or any of his brothers because they had in their apartment they had wards, and basically the wards kind of like protect you from being found. But he had smelled Ash's scent into like he had tracked his scent back to Eva's apartment, and so he basically just waited for him to show back up, and he wasn't gonna like kill her or nothing. He was just trying to get Ash.
Very scary way too.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question I have. She drank blood to get through this hell portal gate.
This hell gate, yeah.
Right? It was human blood? Or was it like animal blood? Did it say what kind of blood?
Yeah, it was Ash's blood.
Oh, it was Ash's blood? Oh, I missed it.
That's how
se me fue el rollo allí. No.
That's how they broke her bind.
Oh.
Remember?
Okay.
Because that's the only way to break her bind, yeah. Because he was like, I didn't know you were going to go around swapping fucking blood. Like,
yeah, like that's... like, what are the fucking chances?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are the fucking chances? I mean, she gave Ash her blood because it to heal him faster, you know? But he was like half dead when this happened. So he didn't even know that she had given like her blood to him because he was passed out. And so like when they showed up to her parents' house, like... the dad finally told them like how to break the bind, and that Ash was like relieved because he was like, oh well, that's good because like I haven't drank your blood, and everybody's looking at him like you did though. You were passed out because all the brothers knew, and then Ash got pissed because he told all his brothers like, why did you let her give me her blood, like what the fuck? And then they're like, well, she fucking insisted, like we told her not to, but she insisted. And then when they needed to go to her parents' house, obviously, she can't just jump through a hell gate. Like, she needs to have some kind of, like, demon magic. Like, there's 3 types of magic that exist in this world. And one of them is, like, demon magic, right? And so she needed some kind of demon magic to get through this hell gate. And so that's why she needed to drink demon blood. And so she drank Ashes.
Did it have a taste? Like
well, I guess like the first time it took her 3 tries, because the first time, as soon as she drank it, she fucking spit it all out, and the second time she just like threw it up, and it was the third time when she finally was able to swallow, and that she was like, oh, it wasn't that bad.
Damn.
I think she like psyched herself out. Like,
oh, okay. That was interesting. What do you think about the book? Tell us.
I was not a fan, guys. For several reasons.
Third person point of view. It seemed like it went really fast. What else?
Well, I have a few notes. So let's jump into my notes.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I didn't really say this in part of my retelling, but I think it's like one of the parts that I was kind of like, it was like a what the fuck moment. Because as soon as everything happened after the fucking club scene or whatever, like she tells her mom everything. Like she's like, Mom, like don't think I'm crazy, but I saw all this. So she literally tells her mom everything that happened immediately after the club, and that she sees a literal demon with wings, and her reaction is, let me tell my mom. And then the mom says, you should investigate it.
Oh, no chingues, bro.
The mom literally says, like, yeah, you should look into it. Girl. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, the mom did not. Like, the mom literally was like, hold on. I think I might have, hold on. Because I was like, shut the fuck, like, that's not. Oh, right here. I did bookmark it. Sorry. Okay. So she tells her mom everything, right? And then she's just like, And she's like, you're right. It's important to figure out whether you hallucinated it or if it actually happened. And she's like, and then so Eva says, should I go to a shrink? And then the mom says, I don't think so. A counselor will assume that you imagined it no matter what. They won't consider the possibility that it was real. No, you need to investigate this for yourself. Okay, but how? Did you make plans to see your mystery man again? Eva says, I just told you I thought I saw him as a giant red monster murdering an ugly troll thing. Shouldn't I be avoiding him at all costs? And then the mom says, you also said that you had incredible chemistry and he was the most attractive man that you'd ever met. And he carried you out of the bar and used his body to shield you from gunfire. Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not a... He said his name is Asmodeus, for God's sake. That's interesting. I still think it's important to investigate. You need to figure out what you saw or you're never going to get past this. I couldn't. I fucking couldn't. Because if your child is telling you that they saw a 7-foot red...
They're literally in fucking danger. And you're like, go investigate it.
Yeah. Like, what the actual fuck? Dude, no. So, my question... Is this, do you think that this is supportive parenting, or do you think this is like...
Definitely not.
What the fuck is
That's such a, like... That doesn't even seem realistic. Does that make sense? Like, just reading it, it's like, I don't... Any parent that cared, I don't think they would be like, yeah, go investigate the fucking demon thing you just fucking saw.
Yeah. Right? Like, I was like, there's no way, like, I get, like, she kind of explains that her parents are a little, like, goofy, like, they're, but I still don't think any parent would ever be like, yeah, go investigate it.
Mm-hmm. No.
Like, I don't think that she's the I don't think the author painted her out to be the supportive mom that she was trying to paint her out to be. Like, yeah. I literally questioned the mom's parenting. Like, what the fuck? So... Do you feel that, because I'm glad you mentioned that doesn't even seem realistic, because my next question was going to be like, does that moment feel realistic or like a plot setup?
No, it's like a plot setup for sure. It does not seem.
It feels like a plot. And I feel like there's a lot of these kind of like stuff like that it took me out of the book, because I'm like, that feels so unrealistic. Like, what parent would ever be like, go investigate it? Yeah. And it just felt more like it was trying to set the plot up.
I don't know. It seemed like very fake to the point that you don't even, and not saying obviously it's a paranormal one, okay?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, there's terrible parents out there too, yeah, but
like that though, like,
but like just the way she explains her mom, it's like they have like this close, especially if she felt the need to go first of all, I would never be like immediately go tell my mom that I saw this fucking like 7-foot creature with horns. Mm-hmm. Like, that wouldn't be my first fucking thing. Like, no.
Yeah, it just seems unrealistic.
And then for the mom to just, and so she makes it seem like they have this close relationship, mm-hmm, that like, oh, I can go and talk to my mom. I can go and talk to my mom about anything.
Yeah.
But I get having supportive parent, but like, I don't think, realistically speaking, any parent that cares about your protection and stuff, like, in your safety, like, I don't think they would ever go tell you, like, go investigate this.
No, I don't think so either. That's interesting. Yeah, that's like, yeah, seems just so fake.
Yeah, so no. Okay, another one of my things is the insta-lust.
Oh, but you've read a lot of books with insta-lust.
Yes, but okay, I wrote down insta-lust because, quotes, he needs his fill.
Huh?
Yes, he literally says that. He needs his fill.
Ew. Ew, you don't gotta say, ew.
Ash is a former lust demon, so he's instantly obsessed. And he even says that he wants a willing participant. And that line about her not getting away until he got his fill gave me major ick.
Ew.
Major ick. But like people like find this attractive. So my question is, do you think that people find this hot because it's demon coded fantasy, or does it border on rapey that feels gross?
You already know what I'm gonna say, girl. It's borderline rapey fucking gross.
Because like when you think about it, he went thousands of years.
Yeah.
Like being treated like a cardboard box. Like nobody is attracted to him.
Yeah.
So, but he even said like, oh, like, you know, like I've still fucked women. Like he still has fucked. Like he's had sex, but like, it's just like, okay, well then how the fuck did you have sex if nobody ever fucking wants to have sex with you? Like they treat you like you're a piece of rock.
That's so fucking questionable.
Yeah. So it kind of was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like it, and like the way the way that the author kept wording it, like, hold on, I think I might have tabbed it so I can like read it to you, because like, I was just like, ew. If I find it, I'll send it to you later. Mm-hmm. But like, girl, I was just like, it just gave me such an ick.
That gives me instantly ick. I don't even want to read. I'm sorry. That's just,
Yeah. So, basically, the next point is like, I don't think that the book earned their chemistry emotionally. Like, I think it just heavily relied on the fact that they had this like sexual like tension between them. Like I think
that's definitely what it felt, because you did
it was very lustful.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, and that's what was one of my things. It was just, I just put lustful.
Yeah,
thing, because I was like, this just seems like they just want to fuck.
Yeah, and they connected over music, I guess, but
okay, and
it just, I don't know. I didn't really feel, and that's another part of the reason why like I wasn't such a huge fan of the show, is because or not the show, but the book. It's just like, I feel like I didn't really feel their chemistry. Like it just all felt very lustful. And I get that, you know, it can be lustful, but like I think it can, you know, develop into love or evolve into love in lustful books.
Yeah.
And I think the author tried that, but like it just wasn't, it wasn't sticking. Like it wasn't hitting. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. So I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling that. But anyways, another big reason why I did not really like this book is because Ash's love declaration was weak. Was weak as fuck.
Tell him.
Bro, like, I don't understand his love declaration. Like, I'm gonna have to read it to you, because I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to fold after this? You know, like, normally when there's, like, that peak, like, love declaration, and you're like, oh, fuck, okay, I guess. I forgive you. No. I was like, your fucking love declaration is ass. Like, I was not feeling it whatsoever, because I personally don't want to be with someone. The way that it happened, hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
So that you can tell me for yourself. He basically says, there's more to being in, I'm just going to read you like the quotes, okay?
Yeah. Go for it.
There's more to being in a relationship than attachment. At least I need more. You want a relationship? Yeah. What do you think we've been doing? I don't know. That's him. I don't know. Okay, like the lame ass answers is him, okay? I don't know. Then she says, God help her. When people care about each other, they make a commitment. Generally, it's exclusive. It means no sex with other people, no flirting, nothing. You're honest and you tell each other secrets. You become friends, but you also build something deeper than friendship, and that hopefully turns into love. And that he grimaced at the word love. And he says, basically, and then she continues, there's no guarantee that will happen, but both people go into it hoping for that outcome. When I met you, that was what I wanted, and it's still what I want. And he says, love? Yes, love. What we have is really new, but before the whole demon thing came up, I was hoping that that was where this was heading. Now I don't know, but I can't keep doing this unless you're willing to admit that you want the same thing. Dating a demon is already crazy enough, but letting a demon use me and break my heart, no freaking way. And he goes, I don't want that. Neither do I. Trust me, it sucks. He's like, you've experienced this before? And she's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, they go on. And he's like, I'll kill him. Tell me where he lives, the other guy, right? Mm-hmm. And she's like, no, Ash, that's not the point of the story. The point is that the way you've been acting is doing the same thing. And he's like, I don't want that. So then tell me, what do you want? And she presses, tell me that it's not just about sex to you. Tell me I mean more to you than that. And then he says, his lip curled, emotions are for humans. And she says, yeah, well, I'm a human, so you're going to have to deal with it. And if you don't have emotions, then you obviously don't care whether we're in a relationship or not. Maybe I don't want a relationship. Then it's over. No. Yes. No. Yes. I can't do this unless you're willing to talk about your feelings. It's all or nothing, baby. That's not fair. It's perfectly fair. You lied to me about everything from the start, and while I understand why you're considering how messed up the truth is, it's not exactly a good foundation for a relationship. If you don't want this to be over, then you're gonna have to convince me your intentions are good. I already told you my feelings. I want you enough that I'm not interested in anyone else. I could have other women, and I don't care. What more do you want me to say? That's a start, but there's more to a relationship than just sexual attraction. I don't see why. And he rolls his eyes. Because it's not fulfilling or healthy otherwise. I refuse to date a guy who can't think of one other thing that he likes about me besides sex. Fine. I can't believe you're making me do this. I like your music. You play better than anyone I've ever heard in centuries. There's a light in you that comes out in everything you do, and I'm obsessed with it. You make people care about you because you care about them first. You know you're beautiful, but you still have humility. You're confident, but not conceited. You aren't afraid to be vulnerable, and you say exactly what's on your mind without fear of how others will react. Yet, you're never callous. And then he continues, I've never enjoyed my existence more than the time that I've spent with you. I have never felt more alive than when I'm inside you. If I could go back in time and reverse the curse Raphael put on me, I wouldn't do it because it would mean that I wouldn't get to meet you. All the bullshit I've endured for the last 3,000 fucking years was worth it for the time that I've spent with you. Is that good enough? Can I stop now?
What?
And then she just stares at him and he goes, that's all I've got, Eva. I'm not human and I never will be, nor do I want to be. I can't change what I am. And I've spent the last 3,000 years hating my existence and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. From now on, I'm going to do things I enjoy and I'm done catering to others' demands, whether it's heaven or hell or even you. She presses a finger to his lips. Shh. I'm not expecting you to say it anytime soon or understand it right away, but if you've actually never enjoyed your life more than when you're with me, that sounds like love. And guess what? I feel the same way. It's why I'm so adamant about making you admit this to me. And then he's like, you do? And she's like, I've never felt this way about anyone before. I feel so connected to you. It scares me sometimes. When you're with me, I feel complete. And when you're not, I want you back by my side. And he's like, that's how I feel. Tell me more. Anyways, it continues, but.
Weak! That's fucking weak. That's fucking weak.
That's their whole exchange. But like, I would never want to be with anyone that I have to fucking convince to tell me how they fucking feel about me.
Literally, yes, exactly. It felt convinced, forced.
Yeah.
Like, he did not want to say shit. Like, he's literally telling you, and it's like you're forcing this out of him, and he doesn't I don't know. It felt like, yeah, of course, in the story, it might be like, oh yeah, they fall in love. But honestly, off of that, it sounded like she just wanted to hear a certain thing, and he gave her what she wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Just pa que se callara.
Exactly. That's exactly how I fucking felt. And like, yeah, he ends up protecting her and kind of saving her. And like, I feel like the author kind of painted it out like, oh, like he, like, even though he doesn't understand love and like human emotions or whatever, excuse me, like because I feel like it just kind of was like, oh, like this is just like what a demon is like type of thing. And I think she tried to paint it that way, but like I still didn't feel the connection. And I was just like, I don't like, this gives me the ick. Like, it's not giving me like he would fucking like, he might put his, like he might protect her, but it's not giving like I'm gonna put my life on the line to fucking save you. And like, I don't know. It does not give I'm fucking in love with you. Like,
no. Nothing like that. Nothing.
The whole thing was so icky to me. So, yeah, his fucking love declaration is weak. Like, I literally was like, was I supposed to fold after this? Because absolutely fucking not. Like, so no. Like, I don't want to be with anyone who I would feel like I have to force how they fucking feel. Like, he basically listed reasons why he was attached to her. Like, that's not swoon. That's fucking...
And then he's like, here, is that it? Like, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, it just felt like a performance review.
Yes, basically.
Right? Like, it just felt like a performance review. And then he's like, is that it? Like, is that what you want? Like, tirándoselo back in her fucking face.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know. It just, to me, was no. So basically, the question that I have was, okay, and I feel like I know your answer already, like, based off of what we just said, but, like, okay, so do you think that, like, his love declaration, like, do you think that was intentional by the author because demons don't feel? Or do you think that the romance just felt, like, underdeveloped?
100% underdeveloped. Like,
yeah.
I think I get it. Like, you know, the whole thing is like demons can't feel, but then you also bring into the element that he also has a theory that they could evolve, right? Mm-hmm. So like, I think it could have gone way different. Like that, they could have made it seem even more profound, more deep. Mm-hmm. No. I don't know. It was definitely underdeveloped, seemed very rushed, and then you put this love declaration, quote unquote, because it does not feel like a love declaration. That was like, aquí está, like, here it is. That's what you wanted to hear, and that's what I'm giving you. It doesn't feel like
take it or leave it. I'm not fucking changing for nobody.
Exactly. It does not feel like what I think the author was trying to, like, you know, like what the demon would be, like what the demon would think is love in a way. You get me? It didn't give that even. Like, it didn't give like the demon kind of trying to find, because obviously that demon had a theory that souls can evolve, and it didn't even give that. Like, the fact that maybe he was confused, like he was just like, I don't even know what the fuck is happening.
He just sounded like a straight up dick to me.
Yes, exactly.
Like, it was straight up asshole. Like, the way he was acting was straight up fuck boy asshole. Like,
it did not sound like genuine. It did not sound like, I don't know. And
even if he didn't know how to fucking express, you know, his feelings for her, like, I think he could have done it in a more kind and gentle way, you know? And it's like,
especially given everything that they had gone through, kind of like, to the point, how he's been kind of, from what I see, like gentle to her. So why this moment he's just like fucking total douchebag?
Yeah, so that's another reason why. Like, I could not stay with someone that I felt like I had to teach how to love me, you know? Like, and that's what it felt like. I feel like she was trying to fucking teach him, like, how to love her. Yeah, and it's just like, no, girl. Like, first of all, if he's thousands of years old and he has been around humans before, like, don't you think he would have fucking learned something?
Exactly.
Why is this 27-year-old having to fucking teach him?
You see, no.
I don't know. But yeah, was not feeling it. But like, okay, at the end, do you believe that he, like, I know it was happily ever after, but do you believe that he actually loved her, or did he just not want to lose her?
No, I feel like this is gonna be so like, it sounds bad, but you know how,
fucking say it.
You know how Miss said, I want a human pet? That's literally giving that. That's giving, like, Ash found a human pet and he doesn't want to get rid of her.
Yeah.
Like, it's not giving love. It's not giving, like, I don't know what I'm feeling, but it's something, and it could be love, right? It's not giving none of that. It's giving a pet. It's giving, I like how we fuck. I'm going to give you what you want just so you could stay with me. But honestly, it's just, yeah. A pet.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So, yeah. And then when she's like asking for more than just sex, like I don't feel like he like met her halfway. Like I feel like she was doing like most of the emotional labor.
Oh, yeah.
Like it just, I don't know. It doesn't, it just, again, it doesn't feel like a love story.
No.
And this is supposed to be a romance book. Like,
No, it did. No.
But anyways, okay. The Nephilim reveal. Was this satisfying or convenient?
No, it was convenient. How convenient that she's a Nephilim. Like, I don't know. It didn't give like it was. I don't know. It didn't give like it was very well like. How can I say this? Planned, and it was like a giving. I don't know. It honestly it was 100% convenience. Like que conveniente like that. She's a Nephilim. Wow, he wanted the Nephilim blood, and there you go and had it. Great.
So that's what I was gonna say. Like, does it feel like earned, the whole Nephilim revealed, or like do you think it's just a late twist to explain everything?
Yeah, it felt kind of lazy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I don't like, because keep in mind, I always say this, I'm really new to reading, but based on what I've been reading, for me to say like I feel like the author got a little bit lazy there, it tells you a lot, because I haven't read that many books, and that just feels like, oh, like I need to tie the story somehow. So here we go. I don't know the other books. Obviously, this is just based on like
but honestly, no, I agree. All right, Dan being a fallen angel. What were your thoughts on that?
I mean, she obviously was a Nephilim, so they had to like somehow how she became.
Okay,
a Nephilim,
but his actions of like, okay, he's a Grigori, doesn't tell Jackie this whole time. They've been married for
crazy.
27 years. Doesn't fucking tell her nothing. And she was open-minded enough to know that demons and like these like supernatural things exist, because even like when Eva told her like, hey, I think I saw a demon, like she didn't fucking freak out, you know?
That's crazy to me how like he kept it like as a secret, like.
Yes. And then he just went and binded their daughter without telling her. And it just was like, this is giving very much like secretive manipulation, like you just wanted to be with, her name is Jackie, okay? I was like, Dan wanted to be with Jackie so bad that he was like, I'm just going to hide this whole part of him. I feel like when you're going to be with somebody and you're going to marry them and spend the rest of their lives together, like you should be upfront about who the fuck you are.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah. And so it's like, I feel like he was like, his fear of her rejecting him because he was a fallen angel, like I feel like he was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna hide that part. Like, I'm just
but
not gonna
he
tell
stole
her.
that choice from her of deciding whether she wanted to be with with all the truth, right? And now it seems like he stole that choice from her.
Exactly.
Because he didn't tell her everything.
And then they had a kid together.
Pero también ella, like, I just like feel like, okay, she found the grimoire. Right?
She found the grimoire, but she called Eva right away and was like, "Oh my god, I found this in your dad's office."
Like you're telling me 27 years, like you've never found like something like that before? You don't think so?
He was okay. So one thing about him, he was into learning about like. The way they kind of explained it is that he was really into different topics, and that he would like. So
it was easy to hide. Something that
like he liked to study history and literature. Like and they were both really into art, and so he would like study literature and ancient art and like stuff like that.
So it was easy to hide. Whatever
exactly.
Because
they were both artists, both of them.
Still,
like she's
fucking liar.
The author tries to explain that like they're like supposed to be very hippie-ish, like hippies.
I would have been so fucking pissed. I think that would have.
Yeah.
Definitely broke whatever the fuck.
Well, I actually, despite me being upset with Jackie because she fucking told her daughter to go fucking investigate a demon, very proud of her, because I feel like she didn't forgive Dan.
Oh.
She actually was like, I'm gonna like, I don't, she's like, you lied to me for 27 fucking years. And so she was like, you know what? Like, I need space. Like, I can't be with you right now. And so basically they kind of like break up.
As you should, because that's literally your whole being. Like, how do I not? Because then there comes a lot of questions, right? You're this magical being. How do I know that I'm truly in love with you and you just didn't fucking manipulate me to being in love? Like, how? Like, I would start like analyzing every single instance that we were together and everything.
Yeah. But she did start kind of like questioning a lot of it because he wasn't aging. So for the 27 years that they were together, like people always used to say like, why does your husband look so good? Like he hasn't really aged. And she'd be like, oh, like she would laugh like, oh, because he eats really healthy and works out, and which he did. He ate really healthy. Like they didn't eat no GMO, like organic. Like they were like those kind of hippies, you know, like they ate super healthy. They worked out, all that stuff. So she's like, oh, eating healthy and working out, blah, blah. She would joke about it, but like as time passed on, she literally started questioning it, like, why the fuck are you not aging, especially as a white man?
Yeah. Exactly,
because Jackie's black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's black. Black don't crack. So she was aging, you know, beautifully.
Yeah, but
he was white and he wasn't aging. I think that's a red flag.
No, it's giving no. That's good for her.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, good for her. Yeah. So we don't really know where they kind of left. Yeah. Like, we just know that she kind of broke it off. Like, we don't really know, like, obviously, if she ends up forgiving him later on or nothing.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah, that part to me was kind of like, what the fuck, sir? Yeah. But anyways, okay. And one of the other things that I was highly criticizing this book for is the writing style. And I think I've already kind of mentioned it already. Mm-hmm. Not just that it was the third person perspective.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It just, the writing style was not my cup of tea. Like I feel like the author spent more time narrating what was happening than describing it. Like the scenes felt more summarized than cinematic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, she's just telling me what's happening, but she's not really describing what's happening. So, I don't know. Like, I wasn't, like, I couldn't really get into it because of that, too. And I just, like, that was one of my biggest, like, things as well about the book. And I was just like, bro, like, first of all, like, I don't even really know, like, this, right? But, yeah, no. So, anyways. Question for you though. Mm-hmm. I know some readers love fast narration and some want to live in the moment. What do you think? Because I know like some people like being told more like what's going on versus like the author describing it. Like some people think like it's boring when authors get too descriptive on what's happening in the story. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you think you have a preference?
I feel like when I'm reading a book, this is how I think of it. Like when I'm reading a book, it's like watching a show, mm-hmm. or like something like, you know, it's like it's playing in my head. I'm making it a fucking mm-hmm. movie, you know. So
okay. Do you want me to give you an example, or do you know what I'm saying?
Well, because I was gonna say, okay, give me an example, because I'm like,
okay. So the example is, for example, like Angel goes outside and it's a cool fall day in October and she dresses just for the season and she's ready to go to work. Mm-hmm. Okay. Angel goes outside. Here's the cinematic. Angel goes outside and then just loves to see the browns and yellows of the leaves falling down from the tree, mm-hmm. and like you're visioning that it's fucking fall.
Yeah,
I'm not telling you it's a fall day.
Yeah, you're putting it in, you're describing it.
Yeah. And so she like wraps herself in a little nice cardigan because it's just the perfect piece of clothing to wear in this, you know, when it gets to this time of the year. You know what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. What are your thoughts?
I prefer probably like a more cinematic mm-hmm. version because, like I said, I picture it when I'm picturing it. It like puts it together in my head. Mm-hmm. Like, of course, you could say like it's a fall day and she's wearing a sweater, okay, but like what makes it a fall day? You give me like, what is outside? What is she seeing outside?
Exactly.
Like, you give me like, what is the character seeing that I want to see too?
Exactly.
Does that make sense? Or like,
exactly.
even the color of the sweater, like what, like, I don't know. I just like to envision everything.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
So I think I'm with you on that one. I'm definitely a more like, describe it to me, don't fucking tell me. And like, there's people who prefer a fast narration, you know, like kind of like a get to the point type of thing. But I feel like, I don't know, reading books, like books are art, and I feel like they need to be like, oh my bad, they need to be seen and felt, not just explained, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's what summaries are for.
Exactly. If you want a fucking summary, read a Spark Note or something.
Yeah, that's what summaries are for. And I feel like when you're reading, you want it all.
But anyways, okay. If this were a movie, okay, we're gonna jump into if this were a movie. Eva is Antonia Gentry, who is the actress that plays Ginny from Ginny and Georgia.
Okay.
That's who I pictured.
Okay.
Like with the curly hair, like just, I don't know, just very pretty. Except her, but a little thicker because the girl was like curvier. That's how she was described. Now, I was having a hard time figuring out who the fuck would play Ash because the way he was described, I think the most prominent thing about him was his blue eyes. I think he might have been a little bit tanned, but then sometimes his skin is described as pale, so I couldn't really decipher. But then, except for the fucking red skin and the horns and the bat wings, like I feel like I was having a hard time like envisioning him as a human, because also his hair is like super pitch black dark, like jet black, and long as fuck down to his butt. Like that's how long his hair.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, me neither. But I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know, but
I did not expect that.
Yeah,
long hair?
Yeah, so I was having a hard time like thinking of like who the fuck would play Ash. So I was like, it definitely would have to be a fucking new actor because I was like, I can't think of anybody. Or if I had to pick somebody, it would be like a young Ian Somerhalder from Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
With just long black hair to play Ash.
Okay, I could see that.
But still, no. And then the song that's going to be playing is My Happy Valentine because they kept fucking talking about that shit. And I listened to the song and I'm like, oh, okay, it's very old jazzy, you know? But anyways, Spice rating. I give it a 2.5. It was 2.5 because it was kind of descriptive. But like I said, again, she was telling me what was happening. She wasn't describing it.
Oh.
So she was like kind of narrating what was happening. And so like, and like this, I feel like the spicy scenes were just very like, you know? And I give it a 2.5 because it was very lustful. So it was kind of like part of the plot. But also that's why I was stuck between a 2 and a 3 because like she was telling me what was happening, but it was just very like not... I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel like...
she was telling you, like, oh, his hand was on her boobs or something. It wasn't telling you the sensation she felt. Like,
exactly.
His touch was...
You know exactly what I'm talking about. So, Spice rating was a 2.5. My overall rating, I gave it a 2. And the reason why I gave it a 2...
Damn.
And, like, maybe I'll give it a 2.5 if I'm trying to be generous. But I gave it a 2 because... And the only reason why I'd give it a 2.5 is because I like the supernatural aspect of it. Like, the Gregories, the gargoyles, like, the demons.
Like,
and,
the world.
Like, the world was interesting and, like, you know, that aspect of it. But the romance was shit. And this was supposed to be a romance book. The romance was shit. So... It for me it's a 2. Like I'm giving it a fucking 2. I think at first I was giving it a 3, and then after like doing the fucking like my notes for the show, I was like, bitch, no. I literally changed my mind as I got pissed all over again. I was like, you know what? No.
You're like, no, that's a 2.
Yeah. So that's my overall rating. Final thoughts. Would I recommend this? No, I would not recommend this. Like, okay. guys, I would not recommend this, okay, because I made a list. I am not recommending My Funny Demon Valentine because the writing felt summarized, not immersive. The chemistry was instant but not earned. His love declaration was weak. She had to emotionally babysit a literal demon, and the book boyfriend material, I was not convinced. Demon or not, I need more. That's why I'm not recommending it. So
That's crazy.
yeah. Anyways, let's jump into hot takes and heartaches.
Yeah, let's go. All right, guys, let's go into hot takes or heartaches. Let's see if the people are kind of thinking like you, Angel. Okay, you said you gave it a 2.5 to be generous.
Yeah.
You said 2, more so 2.
Yeah.
But 2.5 to be generous. Based on Goodreads, that's crazy. Out of 18,526 ratings, it was given a 3.79.
Yeah.
So almost a 4-star read.
Yeah. I don't know how.
And that's a lot of reviews too.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how.
Let's start with the 1 stars, which people that are completely no, this is not the book, right? I wanted to love this, but it felt rushed. The chemistry was instant and intense, but I didn't feel like it was earned, which I feel like we definitely touched on that. Like it just didn't feel, it was rushed. That's crazy. The demon concept was cool, but the execution didn't hit for me. I never fully connected to the romance.
There you go.
You sure you don't want to give it a 1 star? Because they're relating to you real quick.
Yeah. I'm giving it a 2 because the demon concept was cool.
You like that the world.
Yeah.
Okay. His love declaration did absolutely nothing for me. I needed more emotion.
Dude, did I write these?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say, Angel. The writing style felt more like telling than showing. I kept wishing the scenes had more depth. So a lot of people are agreeing with what you were saying. Let's look at the 3 stars. So that means they didn't love it. They didn't hate it. It's right in the middle. This was cute and fun, but a little chaotic. I liked the vibe. Just wanted more development. Okay. I enjoyed the music element and the supernatural world, but I wasn't fully swooning. Okay. I liked the characters. I just didn't love them. And the concept was strong. The execution was fast, and I finished it in 1 sitting, but didn't feel wrecked. Will you finish this in 1 sitting?
Fuck no, girl. I struggled through this.
I remember you did tell me that you were struggling.
And even when I was telling you that I was doing my review, remember I was like, girl, like, sin ganas.
5 stars. So we're talking, this is people's favorite. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. I ate this up. Demon boyfriend? Yes. Is it just because it was like about demons? Is that it? Because like...
And remember I asked you, I'm like, do you think that it's hot because it's like demon coded fantasy? Or because like, I think some people are just like, oh, demon, like instant vibe.
It's a bias.
Yeah.
The chemistry was insane. The music scenes were beautiful, and I love the found family energy.
I did like that, but... It could have been
chemistry was insane. That's crazy.
It could have been executed better.
This was campy, romantic, and unhinged, and I had a blast.
Get the fuck out of here.
If this is your 5-star rating, I questioned.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm judging low key because we judge on this podcast. So I'm judging the people who said 5 stars because like, just based on what you told me and how everything, like answering the questions and stuff like that, I would not read this.
And I was just going to ask you, okay, Edith, based on everything, are you reading this?
No, absolutely not. First of all, like, but the thing about it is that, I don't know, just based on everything, it's just it didn't seem like there was enough development. It seemed so fast. And keep in mind, I've read fast books, like, where it goes, like... But it just, like, it didn't even seem like love. It was just like, oh, this is happening. Like, yes, like, here it is. And that's it. And then that, like, love, the declaration of love. What declaration of love?
Yeah.
Ick.
Exactly.
Ick. No, I would not read that. Yeah. Thank you for reading it, but I would not read it. And this is why we did the purpose of this podcast, right?
Yeah.
Because like you guys can make a judgment based on like the summary and how we talk about it.
Yeah.
It's to see if it is worth your time, because time is money, honey.
And not only that, but like also for the people who do read stuff and they're like, bro, I needed someone to talk to about this. Like, you have us, because when I read this, and I remember I kind of told you, I was like, yeah, girl, I'm fucking struggling over here. Like, I feel like I needed to it's like when you read something and you're like, I need to discuss. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. But I was having I'm having such a hard time.
Yeah, and it's a catfish too. So on top of that,
major fucking catfish, bro. Yeah, no. Anyways, let's wrap this up, because nobody fucking needs that in their life anymore.
Let's go.
All right, so let's move on to be continued. All right, and next on Book Size Matters, we are putting the demons away and picking up something significantly more financially motivated. Our next read is Sugar Daddies by Jade West. And let's just say this is not he buys her a coffee and calls it courting situation. Is it taboo? A little bit. Is it messy? Yes. Is it about to test our standards in real time? Without question. So prepare your pearls, or don't. All right, guys, if you like this episode, please leave us a review, a 5-star review.
It's like foreplay for the algorithm.
Yeah, and it helps us out a lot. So we would appreciate it. Thank you so much for everybody. I think someone did give us a 5-star.
Oh my god.
I think someone did. So thank you to whoever gave us 5 stars. All right, guys, that's it for this week's dive into winged chaos, questionable emotional growth, and a love story that had potential but did not fully possess us. Thanks for tuning into Book Size Matters, where the demons are dramatic, the expectations are high, and we're not afraid to say when the chemistry didn't fully ignite. So until next time, keep reading, keep judging, and maybe don't fall for every pretty face with horns. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.